CCA congratulates Rick Randall as a Colorado construction pioneer. In 1956, Congress passed the Federal Interstate Highways Act, launching a wave of transformative infrastructure projects across the country. Also taking shape during this era was the career of our construction pioneer, Rick Randall. Growing up in a family that followed construction projects across the region, Rick developed a deep appreciation for the industry early on and knew he wanted to be part of it.
I like being around the heavy machinery. I've always been interested in construction equipment. I went to work for a landscape contractor.
It was at Lou Hammer where he truly made his mark, pushing the company to take on emerging opportunities in mountain work along the I-70 corridor.
My primary position was to do reclamation on highway projects. It was a struggle. Sometimes I couldn't be home to see my girls and see my wife.
He was super busy. He had some late nights where we had dinner at 9 o'clock, but we understood that as part of the process. And you don't realize when you're younger what a big deal your dad is, but I do now. But it's the same guy who would watch cartoons with us on Saturday morning. I mean, he was our dad, right?
While Lou Hammer was content with the company's existing backlog, Rick was energized by the potential he saw ahead. The difference in vision ultimately led Rick to strike out on his own.
My old boss called me back and he says, "You have a little stock in the company, and if you're interested in going into business for yourself, I'll sell you some equipment." And I said, "Okay, I'll do it." That's how I got into business.
Thanks to the employee stock Lou generously awarded him, Rick was able to take the company's reclamation division, along with 5 employees, some equipment, and the Vail Pass contract, and launch his own firm. Randall and Blake, Inc. was born, carrying the tagline environmental contractor.
To start out in the office of our home when I was under 10 years old, and then to grow to where it is now, all the really cool projects they have done, it's really neat. Everywhere we drive, my sister's like, we built that. So it's a long-lasting legacy.
Rick had been an active member of the Colorado Contractors Association during his time at Lou Hammer Enterprises and continued that engagement through RBI, further cementing his commitment to the industry.
We grew fast from 75 till I left.
His vision, we would look at different opportunities and didn't look right, we didn't do it, but if we agreed on it, we did it.
The company continued to successfully bid and execute projects along the I-70 corridor for the Department of Transportation and highway contractors. RBI was firmly bridging the landscape industry and the heavy civil construction space, steadily expanding their capabilities.
Well, I think God created us to do work, and we need to work, and we need to do our best.
By the late 1990s, the company had grown into a family of specialized firms serving diverse sectors with over 700 employees.
My blessings were good bosses and really good people. I always had good people.
Rick believed strongly in the importance of serving the industry organizations, a commitment that led him to serve as president of both the Colorado Contractors Association and the Associated Landscape Contractors of America.
He taught us that you have to give back to the industry. Sometimes you have to stand up for contractors that aren't in the room, and he always taught us that.
In 2001, Rick transitioned into his second career as a rancher, while ACC continued to thrive, delivering quality jobs in both the civil and landscape sectors.
I think his legacy is the fact that he was an innovator and ahead of his times. He was an environmental contractor before that word or phrase was really used.
And it'll be here forever because there's stuff built throughout the state of Colorado, throughout the United States.
Contractors today are benefiting from some of the things that my dad did back then.
Rick's deep understanding of how to both utilize and enhance the land shows he's a true pioneer in our industry.
Rick I look up to every day. He's been a great influence in my life.
So many people tell me, your dad taught me everything I know, and they just tell me all these great stories. Your dad had me tape a shovel together because he's too cheap to buy a new one. But that's my dad.
That's true. And plus, my son is now in construction, so I think it's a really cool thing for him to be the grandson of a pioneer.
This award is very well deserving to Rick, and congratulate him again.
Well, it's very nice of him to think of me and to remember I still exist.
Thank you, Rick Randall, for your lifetime of contributions to the infrastructure construction industry.